Okay, I have taken like pretty much a whole month off of like working, period. Like we did a whole 15-day challenge in the virtual studio. I haven't like posted really anything on YouTube. I just have been trying to calm down and chill out and give myself like kind of like a summer break almost. So here we are almost at the end of July. Since I talked to you last, big things have happened. We hit 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. I should be getting my YouTube plaque tomorrow, so hopefully that makes it into the vlog. I hit 10,000 followers on Instagram. That's a big deal. It took 3 years to do that, which is just crazy to me. I also, I don't know when this vlog is gonna come out, but I applied for a Pilates instructor job and I'm waiting to hear back from that. So I think after I go through that whole process, I do wanna make a video about like how to get a job teaching Pilates and like audition processes, because now I've gone through 2 audition processes, right? So I want to kind of make a video on that. Right now I'm like laying out my journal probably for the next like 4 weeks. In August, I know I'm covering a lot of classes. I want to make sure that I get like everything set up and we can just kind of chat. Today I did my first ever live stream class on YouTube. It was super fun. I've never done it before and it was really fun and people had a positive response. So thank you if you came to the live stream class. I had asked you guys, actually maybe I didn't ask you guys. I asked on Instagram and I asked today in a live stream, you know, how people would feel about like doing more live streams, but like if I made a YouTube membership, like, you know, would people be into that? Would they not be into that? Kind of like what's the deal there? People said that they'd be into it. So I think maybe I'll create a YouTube membership. I'll tell you guys more on another day why I like applied for another Pilates teaching job. Like, why do I feel like vlogging is so much harder when I'm using my camera? When I'm using my phone, it's so easy. Like the tripod is so much easier. Like I don't have a problem at all filming day in the life, but okay. I'm also going to plan my workouts. I don't think I've talked to you guys about this yet, like what I've been doing with my workouts. I think initially because I felt kind of like I don't know, I felt almost like a fraud because I wasn't doing like only Pilates and I really started to incorporate different things into my routine. I think like maybe around September, October of last year, I started doing like weight training workouts with Lindsay Herod. And I did that probably until December. I just kind of got bored of it. I think I didn't really like it that much. And then I kind of was figuring out what I wanted to do. When we got back from vacation in May, I was like, yep, I want to get back into a routine and have somebody else tell me what to do. And I can't, like, I know myself, I can't just do Pilates because the studio that I go to, I kind of like I'm able to take classes for free, but when I go take a class, the instructor teaching doesn't get paid for me being there. So I feel bad going to take classes. Initially, that was my plan. I was like, oh, I'm just going to go take a Pilates class every day or, you know, however many days a week that I want to move, but that kind of wasn't going to work. So I jumped back into Lindsay Herod's classes and I started really like slow and small with them. I just started doing like 3 full body classes a week and that felt really manageable. And I've begun to add in more and I've actually been adding like more Pilates back into my routine. I think like we've talked about this before and the whole like self-care series that I did at the beginning of the year, like I needed to step away from Pilates for my own personal practice for a little bit just so that I could like get back into it and really find the classes that I enjoyed and like do things that I like. So now I'm definitely doing a mix of like weight training and Pilates and I feel really good doing that. I'm probably doing Pilates maybe 2 or 3 times a week and doing weight classes maybe 3 or 4 times a week and I really like it. That's also kind of a reason why I shifted my class formatting and the programming a little bit because I felt like, you know, if I'm working out in a certain way, like I want what I'm teaching to reflect that. Anyway, I'm gonna go through and just write down the workouts that I am planning on doing next week. With that last exhale, let's move the legs so they come into a mermaid position. The first 3 exercises. Can you tell I haven't taught Pilates strength in a long time? And you can rotate through the upper body so long as you are not rotating through the lower body. Opening up of the arms. So usually we do kind of more of a boat. Where you're at, I would just rock it right back up into seated because opposite side, opening the arm out all the way down. You're opening one arm out via hug. You inhale, release them from your hug. Everything comes in. You can keep the legs in tabletop. In the last year, you guys have seen so much with my videos of me like trying to get back into my own personal fitness routine and like getting back into just like my life in general and getting to a spot that I feel good. And I think that's been pretty difficult for me. I think I've learned like teaching, like working for myself, teaching online, and just like having basically a completely remote job. I think it's been very difficult for me to feel motivated to maintain my personal Pilates practice, motivated to like continue to grow as a Pilates instructor. I've been so focused on just growing my business and growing my social media that continuing to develop professionally has kind of been pushed to the side, which I don't love. I really don't love it, but I also haven't felt motivated to continue, you know, my professional development really until recently. I feel like getting back into teaching in person has kind of pushed me to a point that I want to continue to, you know, learn and be better. And that's something I would always suggest to anyone. You know, you want to continue not only your personal Pilates practice, but also continue learning and growing and find those opportunities. So I have been dabbling back into Pilates Anytime and just taking classes. And for me, it's not about taking like a difficult class to get a workout. It's like, I want to take a class to listen to somebody else's teaching style, to get some, you know, fresh ideas, hear some new cues, see what other people are doing. Like, that's really what I'm using Pilates Anytime for right now. Yes, I'm like doing a workout, but I'm also learning. So that's what I've been doing. That's what I did this morning. I feel, you know, I feel pretty good about it. I think it's, you know, it's really difficult when you work for yourself to find those areas to continue to develop as a professional. Like, that's been very difficult. So I'm trying to delve back into that. And you guys know me, I have about 100 billion thoughts an hour about, you know, new things that I want to do, but I'm trying, with every thought that I have, I'm trying to honestly check in with myself and, you know, just rationalize and be like, hey, are you trying to do something new because you want to, or because you feel like you have to, because you feel like you have to stay busy? Like, you know, what's going on? I've been trying to figure out what my like realistic amount of free time is right now. What's the realistic amount of time I have to dedicate to, you know, starting something new and all of that kind of stuff. And that's been kind of tricky. Probably the last year in general has been just it's been a lot of learning and growing and figuring out what I want. And I think what I've learned is that it's super lonely and isolating for me to just teach online. So I think I mentioned this a little bit earlier, that I've been kind of exploring opportunities with you know, an in-person job, just to kind of see where that takes me. I don't know. I need a little bit more structure. I think I put too much pressure on myself to do everything on my own. So I think if I could have structure coming from somewhere else and have a little bit more like pointed development opportunities, I think I'd really like that. So I'm exploring something right now, and I'll let you guys know, you know, when it all comes to fruition, which should be pretty soon. Today I am teaching. Was that lightning or was that my light? Oh, it was lightning. Okay. Today I'm teaching in person at 10 and 11:10. I think I'll take you guys with me so you can see that. I always feel so stupid filming anything in the studio, but I don't care. I think I want to film what I taught today because it was very fun. These angles make it real difficult. Another big update is we now have channel membership. So if you guys have really wanted to come take live classes, but maybe you can't make the class times, or you're nervous about being on Zoom, or it costs too much for you, I've added 2 membership tiers to my YouTube channel. There's the $5 tier that gives you 1 members only live stream class every month. Then there's the $10 tier that gives you 2 members only live stream classes every month. So if you have any interest in that, that's where that will be. The biggest difference between live stream classes on YouTube and like the classes that I teach on Zoom is that on Zoom I can see you and I can give you feedback. When it's a live stream class on YouTube, like, yes, there is the factor of it being live and you have to, you know, show up at a certain time, but I can't see you, right? So it's basically like a live YouTube video. So if anyone has any interest in that, if you've wanted, you know, more classes from me at all, that is a spot to get them. I'm also going to be uploading, I have like probably 15 or so free classes that are in my on-demand library right now in my virtual studio. I think only 1 or 2 of those maybe is on YouTube as well. So I'm going to be uploading those recordings just once a month, so you guys can get a little bit more workouts. I know that's like your biggest gripe always in the comments. I have free content in my virtual studio, and I'm happy to transfer that over to YouTube as well so that you guys have some things to do. That is the plan there, but I would love to have some of you guys on the YouTube membership. It's something new that I'm trying. I know so many of you are always like concerned that I'm gonna burn myself out. I'll burn myself out no matter what, so don't worry about me. But teaching a live stream class is really easy for me to do. It's something that already kind of fits into my schedule with a lot of ease. So I'm happy to do that if you guys, you know, want to be a part of that YouTube membership. Other than that, I'm gonna drink my coffee, maybe do a little bit of beep bopping around on the computer, and then it's time to get to work. I feel like I always have to remind myself how much I really do like vlogging. I've been editing video all day long. I'm so dramatic. All day long for the last, like, I don't know, 4 hours or so. I actually do really like it. It's enjoyable for me. Like, I like the process. I don't know why lately it's been feeling like it's so difficult for me to pick up the vlog camera. Like, I just have to fucking do it. Jesus Christ, I need to get out of my own way. I have class and I just did a little outfit change. It is still Wednesday. Can you see the fit? Oh, I have this huge mirror in my room now, so you can see the fit. The lighting is bad. I'm teaching arms, abs, and active recovery. It's a new class format that I'm trying because I know you guys don't stretch without me. So I added on 20 minutes of active recovery to arms and abs. So we're gonna be here for an hour and you get a front row seat. Also, I feel like I'm exponentially louder in the afternoon. So sorry. Sorry for being loud. I need to calm down. Being too loud. Why did I leave all this set up for the absolute last second? Margaret, come on. Killing me, girl. So as people have entered the Zoom, I need to hustle my ass. Oh, why do I do this? Why do I leave everything to the last second? Welcome to our new class format. The knuckle and into the heel of your hand. And then you're going to rotate right back down, reaching the right elbow towards the left. And more like that. You inhale, sit up tall, relax the shoulders, keeping your spine tall. I want you to exhale as you bend into your left elbow and then push forward. Can you keep your arms reaching out in front of you? Okay, so I briefly said this before I taught class. I slightly changed the format of this class. For the longest time, it's been just like 40 minutes of arms and abs, but I've learned that the people that take my live classes really like to have options for like time length, and I have done like 2-part classes in the past where it's like 30 minutes of something and then an additional 20 minutes if you feel like you have the time, and people have really liked that. So what I decided to do, because people always like stretching classes, they always want more, like everyone always wants more stretching, I decided to tack on 20 minutes of stretching to arms and abs. So now it's arms, abs, and active recovery, because I know people won't stretch if they won't do it with me. So people can either like come and take the full 60-minute class and stay for the active recovery at the end, or my people that take class recordings can go back and do the 20 minutes of stretching on like another day. I talked about this in a TikTok maybe like a couple weeks ago or something, but I have really small virtual classes. Like I average probably about maybe 6 people in a virtual class, and it has always been that way for me. I have never knocked it out of the park with my live classes. Like they've always been pretty small and always been pretty intimate, and that was something that used to really bug me. It made me feel like I wasn't good at what I was doing. It made me feel like, honestly, just like shit, you know? Because I feel like I had this idea that when I started teaching online, it would be so easy to fill up classes and I could like really easily get 20 people into a class, and it just like ended up not being that way. So I have small classes, and what I used to see as like something that was negative about what I was doing and something that, you know, made me not successful at what I was doing, and now I see it as kind of a benefit. Like it's something that sets me apart from other people that teach online. Like I have a small intimate class, so I can see what you're doing every class. I can help you on an individual basis because I'm not worried about, you know, controlling a Zoom room of over 100 people. I think that's something that, especially for people that are starting out teaching online or even teaching in person, like it is not a bad thing to have a small class. It's a really good thing. It's really nice to have a small class because you're able to make such personal connections with people, and also your clients are able to connect with each other, which is really, really nice. So I just wanted to say that. I don't think I've said that on YouTube ever, but I am so happy that I have small classes. I feel so lucky that, you know, people trust me on such like an intimate level. Like it really is. I think we had maybe 4 people in class, and it was great. you know, because I know everyone there. I've seen them like a billion times. It feels like I can correct their form. We can talk Barbie after class, and I love that. You know, I don't feel like I'm teaching a whole room of strangers. I think that's something when I was like taking other people's classes, or when I had been doing Lindsay Harrod's weightlifting classes before, I felt so discouraged because she has like 100 people in a live class. She's always like, only 20% of, or like only 10% of people even take class live. And I'm like, there are 100 people in this class. You're saying you have 1,000 members? Are you insane? And that would make me feel bad. Like somebody else's success would make me feel bad. And I think like I had to get to a point with myself and like realize like, you know, there's room for all of us. We're all going to be successful. We're all going to be successful in different ways. And there are different things that make all of us successful at what we're doing. For me, it's that I have small, intimate classes. And even on the live stream we did on YouTube, I think we had maybe 15 people. Like they're small, you know? We've got the numbers of a big community, but like the numbers of a small business, I guess. We have the social media numbers to make people think that we have really huge, you know, group classes, but truly, I am truly a small business. Thursday is normally a day off for me. So like, I guess technically I'm off, but I am still going to try and get some work things done. And I feel like lately I've been like trying to figure out, well, what is the work that I have to get done when I'm, you know, bopping around on the computer? Because I would like my work to just be like teaching live classes, but I would like to get close to finishing this vlog and editing it. I think I will wait till tomorrow to put it up. I need to order some shelves on Amazon. I'm going to put my YouTube plaque up in that corner on some corner floating shelves. So that is the plan. I need to film a reformer workout. I've been really slacking on my reformer workouts, I think, because I just honestly don't have the energy right now to film them. And that's something else I have to deal with, but that's, you know, we'll worry about that another day. What else is happening today? Really not that much. So I'm gonna try and take it as easy as I can, which is difficult for me to do. Whenever I ask you guys what you want to see in vlogs, you always say that you just love listening to me talk about anything, talk through my day, like whatever. I've had people even say like they don't like to watch clips that have music underneath it, like you just want to hear me talk, like we're hanging out. And I love that for us. Oh, I need more heat protection. And I love that. I love that you guys like care about what I have to say. That is wonderful. I feel like sometimes for me with the vlogs, it feels like, you know, they're not the videos that everyone wants to see. Everyone that is subscribed to the channel like only cares about the free Pilates workouts. And I think for me, looking from like an analytics perspective, like my vlogs are the videos that perform the worst, but they're the ones that spark the most conversations between you and I, and that make me feel the most connected to you. So I think for me, like I have to create the vlogs so that I can feel connected to you guys as a community and so that we can have stuff to talk about. As you have seen, like this year has been just kind of like a shit show with creating YouTube videos, and I want to be able to get back to a spot that I feel like I can create videos sustainably and have a good routine around that, and I am getting there. I'm definitely getting there, but I do like to vlog and I do like to put these videos together. So I'm gonna keep doing this for as long as I can. And I know in May I was trying to like really vlog a lot. I've just been realizing, I think in the past, I don't know, really since I like started teaching in person, like how much time I really have trying to figure out where I want to spend my time. And we've talked about this, you know, throughout the vlog today, we're like,
here's TD.
Oh my God. Oh, you know, just doing the vlog. Hypothetically speaking, don't get excited about this. If I were to start a podcast where it's just me making solo podcast episodes, what would you want me to talk about? Like, what do you think? What would you want to hear me talk about? Because you guys say all the time you love to just hear me talk in the vlogs. So I'm like, well, okay, bet. I can make a longer, you know, version of that in podcast, like video form. I just, I want to know, like, what are some topics that you feel like, you know, you want to hear me talk about? So let me know. Anything that you want to hear me talk about, anything that you think would make like a fun podcast topic or anything like that, let me know. Because if I did do that, it would have to be solo episodes because I only have one microphone. But it's something that, I don't know, I've just been thinking about. But I know you guys are always concerned about me, like, not burning myself out and not doing too much. So I'm not saying that I'm doing it. I'm not saying that I'm not doing it. You know, I want a little bit of input. So something super random, but I feel like in the last 3 years, people have been like all about no heat
hairstyles, and I have never been able to get on that train because my hair is shorter than probably the average person's. But like I can't do like sock curls. I don't have enough hair for that, you know? So here I am over here like still using all my hot tools and just using a heat protectant and doing whatever. Not because I don't care about the health of my hair, but I'm only styling my hair maybe once a week. So to me, I'm like, there is heat damage to my hair for sure, but it can't be that bad. And I know one of you is going to be in the comments and be like, actually the heat damage is pretty bad, even if you only do it, you know, however many times a week. And I can appreciate that, but my hair is honestly the healthiest that it's ever been. So I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing, and I don't want to experiment with my hair. It's just not something I want to do. I've figured out a hairstyle that I like, so I'm going to keep on doing it, you know? But do any of you guys like swear by any heatless hairstyles, any like heatless hairstyling tools, anything like that? I would actually like to know so I can maybe look at a couple of them, because my hair is naturally, like it naturally has a wave to it for sure, and I've never really been able to like harness that natural wave. I just kind of heat it up and curl it, and that's what I like to do. But like maybe if I had suggestions for tools, I would use them. And I know when my hair was longer, I tried to put product in it, but I feel like I just like don't know how to do it right, and it all clumps into one spot, and then my hair feels really heavy and nasty. It is so hot in here. Shoulders and head go down, arms reach back overhead. Extend the right leg up, flex your foot. Feel as you draw in from the lower abs and lift your legs back up. Ready, legs go back up above the hips. Heels are all. On your exhale, I want you to hinge at your hips. Keep it come over towards your left side. Your hips are staying squared or squared off to whatever's right there in front of you. Coming up by your shoulder. You'll inhale as you push the right hand down. Same standing rope we did before. You'll inhale, stand up tall. Position, I'll leave that up to you. I'm gonna go high plank.